Hi friends, welcome to Tutors Funny channel. There are many students who request me to do the Spring Security JWT part. I already do three videos about the Spring Security. Those who are not watching my Spring Security video from the beginning, I gave the link in my video description. You just go and watch them. That is very important stuff when you're developing the JWT package. Right. Now let's begin. Don't waste your time. Right. Now I'm going to create the new project. Right. So I those videos I already explained what is the JWT, how the JWT token works, all the things I have did in my previous video. You go and watch them. I will give the video description. Right. Okay, so now I'm going to start the JWT. So let's create the project. So go to Spring Initializer, click on this first link, select Gradle, sorry, Maven, Java, select the recommended one here. I have selected that one. Spring JWT. I just give the JWT, right? So you have to keep Java 17. You have to select the web. Second one, MySQL. Basic dependency, I have to put it here. Third one, I'm going to get it here as JPA. Right. The basic dependency we have to get them. Generated. Right. My project is generated successfully. I'm going to open it. So just cut this one. I'm going to paste it here, the drive. Extract it. Right. I'm going to open on the IntelliJ IDEA. Go open. Go to my F drive, which name is Spring Security. This one. Click on this. Okay. First project. I'm going to open up the new window. This is my project. Right. Now my project has been created successfully. Now what you're going to do is, here I'm going to, this is my folder structures. So this is the main folder. This is the main method. We are our Spring Boot application. The main folder is this. First, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the database configuration. That is must. So it goes to the application.property. So here I've already explained how to create the database configuration, everything in my Spring Boot basic video. I don't want to explain again. So there's application property. I just copy and paste it. Okay, so I no need to explain. I already explained, right? So I'm going to create the database. So I'm going to Spring. I just the name is as here Spring JWT. I just created a database which name is JWT, right? Okay, so this is my user credential of MySQL Workbench. So I'm going to create the database. So I have already added the MySQL connector on my form.xml dependency I have added while configuring the project. All the things you have given, right? This is JP stuff. That's the thing you have to do, right? So this all the code I'll provide my website. You will be able to get them, right? So this is the code we have to configure the database, right? That's the thing we have to read it, right? Now I'm going to create the basics packages. What are the basics packages we have to create? Let me create it one by one, right? First one should be select your package, main package, right click new, package controller. Second one I'm going to create as a second package, service. Third one I'm going to create as a repo. Right. After that, we have to create another package, which is an entity. So we have created 4 packages: controller, entity, repo, and services. You have to create. right? These are the 4 pages we need to create, right? So we have to do the role. Okay, we have a in our security system we have a roles. Okay, we have the admin role and user role. There are many roles. So we have to create the roles. Okay, the role based system. So we have to go to the notepad and check it. So we have the roles. Okay, what are the roles? We have a admin and user. Okay, they are the roles. There are different roles, right? So, so we have to create the role-based system. So how to create the role-based system? First, I'm going to create the entity, which is a class role. Sorry, role, right? The role. We are role-based, right? So this class, I'm going to create the two things. So let's create the role name and description. So let's do it. Role name and description. So private string role name, right? This is not error. You just click on this, click on hide the model, right? Our second role will be description private string role description. So here we have to write generate constructor is a parameter constructor, non-parameter constructor. After that we have to create another thing is a get and set method. We have to implement the getter and set method. These are all the things are I've already did it, right? So we need another thing is a string, so that I am doing the fast, right? So we already did it. The simple, right? So I am going to create the roles. First entity, we have done it successfully. After that, what you're going to do is we have to forget that the annotation, which is this one should be the entity. We have an entity annotation. That is a must. So entity annotation we have to do it. Annotation entity. So we have to another things we have to forget that one. We have to add the ID primary key also we have to add it. That's the thing how right. Simply we have to add the primary key as well. That's the thing we have to add. Okay, perfect. Right. Now what you're going to do is we have to add the roles, right? Role name, description. That would be fine. So we have to add the things fine. After that, what you're going to do is another things we have did successfully. We have to go to get the controller. This one right click and right there. Controller, role controller, role controller, right? Role controller as a rest controller. This map we have just already I have explained it. So we write it here. Role controller, right? After that, this one should be the request mapping. So give the path. So give the path. Role. Right. Here we have write it here as write it here. Here write this one. That you have write a method, which is what is the method you are going to create as a okay, this is the method I'm going to create, right? So we have to create, I just explain it, so don't worry. So you have to create it. What is? I already explained that, that's why I just copied. So here, public role, the role means this is the, we have created this entity. Based on the entity, we have to create the method. Public role, create new role, request role. This is role. Okay, role. What is the role? Your data, your type on the postman, it's getting here and passing to here. It will be passing to the service. But that's same thing. Let's click on this. Going to and it. This one not right. You are passing the service. Right? Service also we have to make the an auto service also I haven't created yet. So you have to create the service. You have to create the service. right? You have to create the service. Role service you have to create it. Create the role service. Right, you have to create the role service. Right, okay, roles. Okay, role service. You have to create the role service as well. So you have the controller. You are passing to the service. So you have to write that you have to whatever whatever you have to write role service, right? The role service you have to write, you have to add import this one. You have to click the role service, you have to click on this, you have to get whatever this one, right? So we have to when the request is coming from the postman front end, it getting here and pass into the service to add the record. So create the method into the service class. So I click create, just create it over here, right? You have to create it here, right? So these all things I will already did it so that I have to go fast, right? You have to go fast, right? So we have to delete, right? So we have to create a method. So we have to pass into the repo to save the record. Simply you have to pass the record to repo. So repo also we have to how to call the repo. You have to right click select this one. Right here you have to select the service annotation. This one you have to write it here. Okay, repo also you have to write the role repo. Select this one. This is an interface. Role repo. See interface. You have to create the interfaces, right? This one should be interfaces, right? So here we have to write it here as role repo, role repo, role repo, right? So now here we have to write it here simply return role repo dot save. Right, what's the problem? It's not coming here. We have to the interface, we have to edit the JPA configuration. Role repo, here we have to add this configuration, we have to edit, right? So we have to add this one to here, right? Right, so what the thing is here, we have to add it, okay? So the JPA repository, we have to add the JPA, this one extends. So we have to extends JPA repository, the role also, we have to add the roles also. Import the role, right? Okay, roles, right? So it's a JPA repository. You have to add the JPA repository, right? So this inside here we have all the I already taught all the CRUD operations, so all things are there in here, right? So it's a role, it's an entity. We have to add the records into the repo. We are passing to the this is a repo passing to the entity where record is added into the database. So we have the string type. You have to read it here, right? The same thing you have to do. Now here the repo it has a method which is save. Now here it's coming. And now you have to pass in the row to add the records. That's the simple stuff you have to do. Like the simple flow. Right now let's execute and check it whether it's working fine or not. It's working. Now let's open the Postman. Okay, the request is coming out. The follow is working first. It's coming. We have to write this one. So we have to write the entity. This is entity. So we have to come in the request. We're passing to here. Simply you have to add the role only. That's why you're not passing the DT on, not here. Here you have to write. You can see here controller. So we have to write it here. What are the things you have to edit? These things you have to copy it. So copy it. So pass over here. Get rid of these lines, we don't need them. Admin role description, admin security. That's the thing you have to create. This is a post method. How the request is coming. This is the port where it's running. So copy the port and paste it over here. API. This is a role. This is a role. Comma. Create this one. Create a role. Send it. Here it's adding successfully admin and admin security. So how the flow works, now you'll be understanding how the thing is works, right? So I first created the entity. You have to pass in the two data, role name and role description. Only we have to add these two things. After that we have to add the controller. Controller, we have to, what the request is coming from the front end, we have to pass into the service. Service receive the data. From here it pass into the repo. It will be passed in the repo. They are it as a save method. Record added into the database. This is how we have created the role. So I am going to create another role, which is a user security. Click on this. It was added. Now let's back to our database and check it whether it's okay, fine or not. Okay, what's the database we have configured? We have to configure database what is springboot. We have just copy it. Go here, data, MySQL, root 123, database name, springboot, apply. Okay, it's connected. Now you can see the role. Double click on this. It's coming here. It's okay. Perfect. I hope you guys understood the things well. I'll see you in my next video. Thank you.